we think others are judging us is to journal, is to write down your thoughts. Write down, I think so-and-so is judging me about this. And then ask yourself, flip it and ask yourself, am I judging myself for this?
And he's here. He is here. Cristiano has entered the building. Welcome, wherever you are, to the Old Trafford Theatre.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Sculpted podcast. Today I'm all alone, and this episode is going to be about why nobody really gives an F about what you're doing. So often in life we're lost in thought and we think others are judging us. Whether we think that consciously or unconsciously, it is, and sometimes can weigh on our mind. Whether you're in the area of football, sport, business, entrepreneurship, school, life, whatever area of your life you're going to be incorporating, and people are going to be in your life. You're going to be working with people, you're going to be encountering people, and you might have challenges with them, you might have arguments, you might even not like some people. And when you're going about your business, sometimes we can often get in our heads of thinking people are judging us. And I'm going to use my example of football. I was a scholar at Plymouth Argyle Football Club. And throughout my scholarship, I was in the mindset of, I'm doing this journey, trying to accomplish my goals, and I don't need anyone. I don't need the help of my teammates to accompany and follow me and help me get to my ambitions and goals. I always had the mindset of I need mentors and coaches and guidance and advice. However, throughout this process, I was very single-minded and very tunnel vision. This also has the effect of when you're going about your business, having the mindset and the thoughts of people are judging you. However, when speaking to people, you realize sometimes they don't even know what you're doing, because they're so focused and so solely driven about their own selves and achieving their own goals and focusing on what they're doing wrong and what they're doing right, and how they can improve and how they can go to the next level. So often we get caught up in our own heads of why we think people are judging us. This judgment actually is a mirror effect. So when you think someone else is judging you, it's really you're judging yourself. So I think we need to take the approach of understanding where these judgments of ourselves come from. At the end of the day, they're thoughts. You don't have to attach yourself to the thought. A thought is just a floating thing in your head. And if you attach yourself to this thought, you're really then giving yourself and destructing and harming yourself. In meditation, this is where we learn to calm thoughts. So one way you can really stop and self-destructing yourself and self-harming yourself is through meditation and mindfulness and breathing and different methods, contrast, bath, therapy. I'll get into that in a little while, but judging yourself comes from a place of deep down insecurity, lack of not feeling good enough, not feeling whole enough, and this is really where it stems from. Whether it stemmed from your childhood, possibly if you were told certain things in your childhood, you're not good enough, you're not strong enough, you're not smart enough, and you carry them beliefs into your adolescent years and then to your adulthood. It can also stem from different encounters we have along the journey when you do get older, but for the most part, this self-judgment and thinking others are judging us, it really comes from the self. And if you don't have these thoughts yourself, then you won't feel like others are judging you. Others are meant to judge you, and everyone's going to have their opinions of you. If you start posting online like I have with my social media, I'm going to have critics. I'm going to people who don't like what I'm doing and will let me know about that. They'll message me horrible things. I'm going to have people that think I'm the bee's knees, think I'm great. But people will have and are entitled to their own opinions and judgments. It's human nature. Everyone's going to judge. Everyone does judge. It's part of being human. But judging yourself and feeling like you're inadequate, not good enough, isn't the way to go. And a way we can sculpt ourselves in order to feel better about ourselves and to stop this judgment, which inherently correlates with thinking other people are judging us, is first of all through meditation, whether that be guided meditation, in a sense of using apps like the Calm app, Headspace app, YouTube. There's actually a great one I'm watching on Netflix at the moment, the Headspace app. It's like a 6-7 part series, and it goes and the guy was previously a monk, and he's now the owner of Headspace, and he talks you through about different things like achieving limitless potential, how to love yourself, how to forgive yourself, how to detach from thoughts. Highly recommend listening to that. YouTube, any meditation, guided meditation, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I would recommend 15 minutes to start with every single day for the next unlimited days. I've personally been meditating for the last month now, consistently, on and off for 6 years is when I first started, but consistently for a month now, and I, without a doubt, it's changed my life. I'm more calm in situations. I don't react to certain things I would have reacted to in the past, whether that be comments, whether that be negative attention, feeding into my thoughts, and just overall much calm, and I feel less pressure, I feel less anxiety, I feel I have increased my happiness. There's so many benefits. Improved memory, guys, and it's free. The second one is cold exposure. Like I said, I've also been dabbled in the Wim Hof method over the past few weeks, consistently for the last 7 days, and that is something that has changed my breathing. How it works is you go into a cold shower, you go into an ice bath, you might be there for 5-10 minutes, depending on how cold it is, and you do certain breathing techniques. And as Wim Hof likes to say, if you die once a day, it's a good thing. So what he means by that is when we go into these cold exposures, there's no room for thoughts, there's no room for the false self. So you're truly living to your true self when you're in this cold exposure. Highly recommend that, the Wim Hof method. Read about it, Google it, search it, listen to it. I don't recommend doing it in the cold bath, because it can make you get a little bit dizzy. So dry land, try that out. Let me know what you think. Message me on Instagram. Message me how it goes. Highly recommend. And the third and final way to sculpt yourself for this self-judgment, because we think others are judging us, is to journal, is to write down your thoughts. Write down, I think so-and-so is judging me about this. And then ask yourself, flip it and ask yourself, am I judging myself for this? For example, I think my dad is judging me for not being an adequate and good enough son because I don't do the dishes. Well, in reality, if I flip it, I am not being an adequate son because I don't do the dishes. It's a fact. Maybe that isn't the best example. Anyway, journaling is the process of writing down your thoughts. It is the process of asking yourself questions. Where do certain beliefs come from? And figure out for yourself, where do them beliefs come from. For example, if I have the belief of waking up early is going to make me achieve my dreams and goals, where does that belief come from? Where did I inherit that belief? Well, when I was younger, I watched Kobe Bryant and I saw the 4 a.m. method and how he used to wake up early and get a certain amount of reps in. Okay, well, why did he think like that? And then you dive deep and just ask yourself different questions and you finally get to the root answer. For me personally, I know that doesn't now necessarily work for me because I know a big part of my well-being and health and productivity is sleep. So I need adequate rest, 8 hours plus, to make sure that aligns with my goals. Hence why I invested in the Whoop, which tracks my sleep. So these little investments and these little things add up. Anyway, that's going to be for the podcast for today, guys. The reason you're thinking others are judging you is because you are judging yourself. Any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram, CharlieMiller24, or DM _sculpted_podcast. Feel free, ask any questions, any topics you want to hear next. Please let me know. Stay sculpted.